Hi, boys and girls. Today we are going to continue our review of the series of the life of David. We're going to do the review for the series 1 and 2. So let's go ahead and start. So in series 1, lesson 1 was when God chooses David. So it says that God rejected Saul from being king because he rejected God's word. To anoint the next king, God sends the prophet Samuel. When God judges a man, he looks at his heart. God chooses David as the next king because he was a man of God's own heart. He wanted to obey God no matter what God told him to do. David comforts Saul by playing his harp. So those are the important points of lesson 1. Lesson 2, David kills Goliath. The important points to remember is that the Philistine giant who challenged Israel was named Goliath. The only person volunteered that was willing to fight this giant was David. King Saul gives David his armor to help him fight the giant, but instead David uses a sling and 5 smooth stones. On lesson 3, David and Jonathan. Jonathan gets David his robe, sword, bow, and belt as a sign of his loyal friendship. Saul tries to kill David with his javelin while David was playing with his harp for Saul. Saul tries to kill David because he was jealous of David's fame. When David did not attend the feast, Saul was very, very angry and threw his javelin at Jonathan. Jonathan uses a bow and arrow to signal David to flee. On the series 2, the first lesson, David is called David Hides from King Saul. And these are the important points. Ahimelech gives David from the tabernacle bread and Goliath's sword. Doeg, Saul's herdsman, tells Saul that Ahimelech is helping David. So because of this, Saul orders Doeg to kill Ahimelech and 85 priests. Jonathan encouraged David in the wilderness of Ziph, and David spares Saul's life in his cave in En-gedi. Lesson 2, God protects David. David and his men ask Nabal for food because they have protected his shepherds and flocks. Nabal refuses and claims not to know David. Abigail, Nabal's wife, repays David and his men for their kind protection. Saul knew that his life had been spared again when David and Abishai had Saul's spear and cruse of water. Lesson 3, David's faith fails. Ziklag was the Philistine city given to David by King Achish. While David and his men marched with the Philistines, the city of Ziklag was robbed, burned, and the families were kidnapped. When David prayed, God told him to pursue the invaders, that everything will be recovered. On lesson 4, Saul's defeat, when the Philistines march against Israel, King Saul consults with the witch of Endor. He was seeking the advice of the prophet Samuel. Samuel tells Saul that the Philistines would defeat Israel and Saul and his sons would die in battle the next day. So this is pretty much the review of both series 1 and 2. We already did 3. Make sure that you review the PowerPoint with these important points so when you get your test, you know the information. This is all for today. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.